Coming up on all new NiceGuys, TM. I mean, it is all new, but they all have very familiar chat, except for one smouldering coal placed in the princess's vagina. Go ahead and block me, you're a stupid fucking alcoholic stoner loser who treated me like even though I was nothing but nice to you until now. Whatever, bro, you, no wonder you're single. Dumb. Are you talking to anyone right now?
So don't be surprised if you get a suck it up, buttercup, 'cause I for one am sick and tired of trying to find a good woman that won't flake off after the next attractive sore boy with money. But no, you crave confrontation and putting people down, don't you? Rude. Good luck whoring. Psycho skank. Once I leave, I'm not coming back. Hello? I'm sorry for falling in love with you. I swear the Fresh and Fit podcast on YouTube is really onto something. Not to mention them passport boys.
No. Bad nice guy. No. Stay. No. Hello there, you delightful little lot. This is See You Next Time. Yet we're back with those nice guys, and boy have we got a selection for you today. It's a big, thick, meaty, soy protein sausage of an episode today. So like the video before you watch it, comment before you finish it, and subscribe while you revel in that lingering aftertaste of cringe. Let's jump into it. Now, I'm not sure this one's quite a nice guy, but it's a batshit story from the 1460s, so it's going in regardless. In the 1400s, artists frequently used classical and biblical stories to comment on or question, sometimes playfully, sometimes sharply, the balance of power between men and women. Legends were told of the Roman poet Virgil and his magic powers. In this story of deception, humiliation, and retribution, Virgil is smitten with a young princess, but she wearies of his attention. To make a point, she invites him to her chambers, saying that she will raise him to her window in a basket by night. He eagerly agrees to the plan, but once he is part way up, she leaves him hanging until daybreak, subjecting him to public humiliation. Virgil gets his revenge. He magically extinguishes all the fires of Rome, except for one smouldering coal placed in the princess's vagina. To restore the fire, Virgil demands that the princess stand naked and elevated in public, where torches are thrust at her to be rekindled. And there's a beautiful engraving to go with it. For context, this man was a patron at my work and has been coming around for the past 4+ years to disturb my peace of mind and bring me small gifts. He was generally friendly and pleasant, but always gave me a gross feeling in my stomach that told me I should definitely keep our interactions brief and to never give him any information about myself. The last time I spoke to him, he insisted that I go out to lunch with him or call him on his phone. Putting my foot down, I told him I was not at all interested in ever doing something like that, but thanked him for the gifts. His reaction was subtle, but really made me change my tune because I could detect a certain callousness and animosity in his demeanour that stood out as a huge red flag to me. About a month ago, I was sitting in my car ready to go home from a shift, and he had walked through the parking lot to stand by my driver's side window. I didn't so much as look at him and drove away hoping he would finally get the hint. This note was taped to my car today. I have no idea why he addressed me as Garbo, but I have to assume it's a reference to Greta Garbo. Hopefully this is the end of him coming around, but of course I will be on guard for anything suspicious. And here's the note. Sorry Garbo, I won't try to talk with you anymore. I was just hoping there was a chance to get to know you better. So, even though you're a snobby little Spider-Woman / Catwoman barista biatch who hates my guts, I still kinda like you. Thought you were different from other women, maybe a special quality that I thought you had. I do think you are a smart and appealing woman and you deserve better, whatever that may be. I only meant to try and be good to someone. If you should ever need anything, feel free to reach out. P.S. So before you go to sleep at night, the question you should ask yourself, is this all there is? Whoa, that guy's deep.
Yeah, that guy's really deep. Yeah. Yeah, I noticed that. It's really deep, eh? Shit, yeah. It's deep as, bro.
For whatever reason, I get the impression he's significantly older than the OP, and he sounds real creepy. She's wise to be on guard, and I'd even be tempted to get this on official record somewhere. You know, just in case. I will say, though, it's probably a mistake to accept multiple gifts from someone like that, as they may see it as a way to purchase your attention and therefore feel entitled to your time. Go ahead and block me, bitch. You're a stupid fucking alcoholic stoner loser cunt who treated me like shit even though I was nothing but nice to you until now. Like every other young woman nowadays, no matter how nice I am to you, you still treat me like fucking trash. Granted, I didn't have any genuine emotional interest in you, and I really only wanted to fuck you, but you didn't know that. As for your insanely stupid and ludicrous idea that you're somehow too young for me to be talking about sex with you, you're 18 fucking years old, you stupid bitch. That is legally an adult in my country, and I know for a fact that it is a legal adult in your country as well. In fact, I know that the age of consent in Iceland is 15, so even if you were younger, it wouldn't have mattered. When it comes to not giving a shit about your interests unless they're intellectual, of course I don't. Most non-intellectual interests are boring and not conducive to conversation. You told me that your major interest is fucking crocheting. How the fuck am I supposed to be able to talk about crocheting? You're an extremely reckless, irresponsible, immature, hypersensitive, unintelligent loser who will never amount to anything significant. You're only good for fucking and nothing more. And this, dear viewers, is what we call projection. I'm assuming this girl here is in Iceland, although it wouldn't shock me to learn that she isn't, and he's just pulled the Iceland age of consent fact out for no reason. But I've got a little something for you here. There's a sneaky little trick you can use if a young girl, or an old girl, or anyone at all really, doesn't want to discuss sex or something with you. When they say something like, "Please don't talk about that, it makes me uncomfortable," you come straight in and say, "Oh, sorry," and then you stop talking about it. It really works every time. Anyway, this guy's clearly a keeper. WTF, how the fuck are you single, baby girl? Nah, what the fuck? I'm about to change that, seriously. What are you up to, hun? Where'd you go, baby girl? Shaking my head. Lol, I'm a little bit confused. You got my Discord through Steam, right? But how did you get my Steam? This is Dave, right? No. Oh, okay. Can I ask who this is? Bruh, you have me added on Steam too. I know, lol. My name is literally the same. What did I add you off is what I'm asking. How am I supposed to know that? You're asking me what you added me off of. Like, what? Well, I just added you because you sent me a friend request, right after I sent my friend code to someone. I had sent you a request a while ago. It's literally been sitting in the pending tab before you added me for a while. Oh, I never saw it. That's weird. I'm sorry. I'm trying to figure out what we played together. Can't really help, to be honest. Forgot when I even added you exactly. And I'm not going to ask like, oh, what did you play like the last 3 months? Could be like Faz or Moi too, even. I'm cool, I'm hip, I'm hot and happening, I'm down with the kids. Everybody knows that Faz is phasmophobia. And Moi too is Modern Warfare 2. That one I did know. I haven't played Faz since Halloween, but I play Modern Warfare 2 often. That might be it. It's no biggie. Love how you ignored my flirts too, by the way. I'm not really interested in flirting with you. I was gently sidestepping them. I don't even know who you are. Why? That's why. WTF? I'm trying to catch your attention. That's why I was flirting. you are also very young. I'm trying to get to know you better and have you get to know me. 23 is too young for you, lol. Pretty fucking mature for my age, and I know what I want. I don't fuck around, but alright, I guess. I really wanted to get to know you and see if we could have worked something out. I found you to be extremely attractive, and age isn't anything really. Should be just about the vibe and personality of someone that should attract you to them, not a number. So, what do you want to do? Well, I don't mind being friends, but I don't want to flirt with you or anything. I'm not really into that. And yeah, age is just a number, but I'm not really into younger guys. No, I literally just said it should be about vibe and personality, yet you disregarded everything I just said, as if you didn't give a fuck. Whatever, bro, fuck you. No wonder you're single. Dumb bitch. Yikes. No. Bad nice guy. No. Stay. No. Is he really 23? Fuck me. They make him young these days. Yeah, we don't know everything about each other, but I want to know more, and you say that you would be too much for me, but how do you know? Also, it's not that my view would be opposing yours, it would just be different. I feel like the connection that we had was rare, and not just nothing, and I don't want to let it just go. I hear you, and I empathise with how you feel. But you don't feel the same. I feel like to you our connection was insignificant. Please don't tell me how I feel. Our connection can be significant and meaningful to me, but that doesn't mean I think a relationship is a good idea. Ugh, breaks my heart to read this stuff. I'm sorry you feel that way. I want you to be happy and fulfilled. Hey, thinking about you right now, sad about how you could never see yourself with me. Somehow, no matter how hard I try, I'm never enough, lol. I wish I could see you again. Had my first day at a new job today, tired and kinda sore, but can't sleep 'cause I can't get you off my mind. Am I over-romanticizing you inside my head? I don't think so. I never had feelings for a girl before, like I had/have for you. I still remember when we were together so clearly, making fun of the weird shirts and colds, jumping into the freezing cold beach with you and Danny, putting on weird radio stations in the car, lol 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 lol. Do you remember our first date? We were supposed to go to the beach or the mall or something, but instead we just went to the top of the tower and just talked. And kissed. It was so cold up there, but being with you made me so warm. Do you remember how there was 3 shooting stars, but only you saw them, and I missed all of them? I think I was distracted by your beauty. That night was amazing. Anyways, I hope you're doing good and feeling good, and thanks for reading my word vomit if you made it this far. Lol. What you're feeling sounds really difficult to deal with and navigate, and I empathise that you are going through a hard time. Just because I don't see us being compatible in a romantic relationship does not mean you are not enough. Everyone has intrinsic worth, and I hope you find yours. It would be actual self-betrayal and cruel to you to enter a relationship when I know that we are not compatible. You answered your own question, Mark. You are over-romanticising me. You have built me up in your head and put me on this pedestal when you and I don't really know each other all that well. I understand, and I have done that as well, but the way you see me is not the entire truth of reality. I do remember all of those memories fondly, and I hear that it's difficult for you to find someone that you connect with in a deep and substantial way. You deserve someone who wants to be with you with full certainty in their mind, and unfortunately that is not me. Just because that is not the case does not mean I don't appreciate the time we have spent. I want you to do well, Mark. I want you to be happy, but I feel that I've told you now how I felt over and over, and you don't get it. It feels a bit dehumanizing because men always build me up in their heads to be this thing that will save them, and I cannot save you. I can only try to be a kind and supportive friend. I'd like to be your friend, but if you will always see me as something else and it's painful for you to be my friend, I'm not sure if friendship is possible. I do get it. I know that you don't want a relationship with me in that way, but there's something inside me that tells me to not just give up. I don't want you to save me. I don't need saving. At this point, I feel like I'm just annoying you, and I'm sorry for throwing this on you. I'm just venting about how I'm sad about how you will never like me as much as I like you. Are you talking to anyone right now? I have worth, but not enough to make you like me. I hear you. I don't really know how to help you process these difficult emotions.
You have worth and value regardless if I want to be with you or not. I hope you can do some soul searching and feel content within yourself. Are you talking to anyone right now? I've been on a couple of dates with someone. I'm not really sure what I need right now, and I'm trying to figure that out. I thought so. I am content with myself, but that doesn't mean I can't have a desire for a connection with someone else. Okay, I'm glad. It's best for you to form a reciprocal connection with someone else. I feel as though if you cared about me the way you claim you do, you would want me to be happy, and trust that I know what's best for me. I do care about you, and I want you to be happy. I'm sorry. I don't know what to do with these feelings that I have for you. Fuck my life. I am going through a lot right now and feel pretty overwhelmed by this convo and life in general. I'm not sure how healthy this communication has been. I think I'm going to take some space. I hope you take care of yourself and feel free to reach out if you think we can have a healthy friendship. That's the worst part. You just think I have an unhealthy infatuation with you. No one cares about my feelings. You and everyone else thinks I'm just pathetic or delusional for feeling like this. I'm sorry. I'm just going to wallow in my depression. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I have these feelings for you. I never meant to disrespect your feelings or your relationship. I'm sorry for falling in love with you.
I do empathise here. Unrequited love is a tough spot to be in, but perhaps this is not the way to deal with it. It sounds like the OP and the nice guy had a kind of date, which wound up being just sort of hanging out, and then culminated in a little smoochy smooch. And then it all sort of fizzled out in spite of there being 3, count 'em, 3 shooting stars, which he somehow missed, presumably because he was checking out her ass. No judgment here. He seems to have put this girl up on a pedestal without even really knowing her, and projecting ideas about his perfect woman onto her. For her part, I'm kind of impressed. She's got the awareness to see it unfolding in front of her in real time, and she's trying to get that across to him. The phrase, "you're beautiful inside and out," is something rarely pointed in my direction, but it is something I hear remarkably often due to the kind of company I keep. And I'll say to you what I say to them. I'll reserve judgment on someone's inner beauty until I've been inside them. And I think that's sage advice for the nice guy to take in this case. I do have sympathy for him, but that text exchange is very unlikely to be the way to examine her inner beauty. Hello? Hey, it was really great to meet you last night. Sorry for the delay in reply, just tried the Tread 50 class. No problem, I am happy to wait for you. Not saying I check phone every few minutes for your text. Also not saying I don't. Unfortunately, I just didn't feel the energy at coffee. I think it would be unfair to lead you on, and I think we should part as friends. I wish you many great matches on Tinder or Bumble. WTF, don't I get any say in this? It's just not going to work out between us, sorry. Lol, WTF are you even talking about? You are looking for a fuck buddy, knit a husband. WTF is there even to work out except fucking? Honestly, I would like to know. Dave, I just don't feel the chemistry and it's not going to work out. I'm truly sorry you feel hurt by my bluntness, but I wanted to make sure I don't lead you on so you can devote energy to other matches. Thank you again for the coffee last night. I really wish you the best. What? You know I'm a 9 by any standard. Any! And there aren't 10s and 11s and 12s just knocking on your door. This means you are letting 8s, 7s and 6s and less. Fuck you. Is that what you really want? You better think carefully. Once I leave, I'm not coming back. Hello? Hello? Too busy sucking all the Tinder dicks that show up on your doorstep? Firstly, you are a total cock tease. If you didn't like me, then don't meet up for coffee. Secondly, you are a total skank anyway, looking for fuck buddies on apps. Finally, you did not have to get all psycho bitch on me. You could have ghosted or cuspered me, and I would have got the message. But no, you crave confrontation and putting people down, don't you? Rude. Good luck whoring. Psycho bitch skank. I love the way this one starts off all kind of submissive and shit. I'm not saying I'm eagerly checking my phone just in case you text. But I am. Tee. And as soon as she says she's not interested, the switch is flicked. Don't I get any say in this? No. This isn't a visit to the clinic. You went on a date and she's telling you she's not into it. What exactly are you expecting to have a say in? You don't get to force her to go on another date with you. And you know what? While we're here, what scale of attractiveness are you trying to use? He says he's a 9, I assume that means out of 10. And if he says so himself, then it must be true. But then we launch into 11s and 12s.
What we do is if we need that extra push over the cliff, you know what we do?
Put it up to 11.
11, exactly. One louder.
Regardless, hopefully the rest of his personalities can keep him company while that conversation gets lonelier.
Nice guy is feeling heartbroken. I'm tired of seeing stuck-up, bitter bitches say, "Where are all the good men?" Bitch, I'm right fucking here, but y'all don't want me. You're attracted to some Chad-ass soy boy you meet at the bar that ends up tapping, nap, and dipping out. Meanwhile, a half-ass handsome guy like me, an empath with a good heart, a lot of love to give, and a large star of wisdom who has spent his almost 52 years making mistakes and learning from them so that the next person I date gets the best version of me that exists. But y'all don't want that. Y'all want some cheating dumbass that doesn't give a neon pink rat's ass about you in any way except getting his willy wet. Meanwhile, all the good men that are worth the effort are either already married or stuck serving a life sentence in your friend zone, waiting for a chance that never comes, only to have you banging beta male after beta male, then getting pissed and bitter when they hit it and quit it, coloring your view of all men as cheating trash. Chivalry isn't dead, but these women are speedily killing it. As for all the good men, try looking in your fucking friend zone where you've left them to suffer for your stupid decisions and poor tasting man. So don't be surprised if you get a suck it up, buttercup, 'cause I for one am sick and tired of trying to find a good woman that won't flake off after the next attractive sore boy with money that can get any woman they want, and isn't interested in settling down with anyone, just wants to run through as many women as he possibly can. That guy will pick a younger woman with daddy issues when he decides to marry, and their behavior makes the rest of us suffer and condemned to be alone. So, in closing, where are all the good men, you ask? Well, the ones that aren't already married are stuck in your friend zone, waiting for an opportunity that never comes unless you are sloppy, drunk, and lonely, and they happen to be available, only to be shoved back in the friend zone when you get your rocks off and sober up. You asked, I answered. If you can't find a good man, you only have your libido and poor choices to blame for not being able to find a good man, 'cause those of us with any sense have already realized we're wasting our time and effort and have checked out of the dating scene. Don't get me wrong, I cherish the women in my life, but I'm also a realist and have spent almost 52 years in the corner of the friend zone, watching you all get ran through and mistreated by dozens of men, and when they ghost you, you have the audacity to label all men as trash. Not all of us are bad men, only the beta male soy boys that you're attracted to. It's pretty sad how modern feminists have ruined the good man for a roll in the hay with some Chad you met at the bar, only for you to get ghosted and for the good men to stop caring and trying. You did this to yourselves. We didn't. You can fuck off. I have my chihuahuas. I'm good. I swear the Fresh and Fit podcast on YouTube is really onto something. Not to mention them passport boys.
I mean, where to start? He's 52. 52. That's 5 decades and 2 years, over half a century. Seriously, what the fuck? Perhaps this is satire. It doesn't feel like it, but we can hope. He's also gotten all twisted up with his alpha and beta males. Clearly he wants to see himself as an alpha. A term, incidentally, which was based on the observation of wolf pack behaviour, and which was later debunked by the original authors. Pretty sure I'm right on that one. I may even look it up. One day. That's by the by, though. Another thing, in my experience, people who describe themselves as empaths tend to be the same ones who can't read the room and realise that everyone thinks they're a dick. I just can't with this. Did I mention he's 52? Well, That was quite something, wasn't it? Perhaps you'd like to hose the cringe off you using a pressure washer connected to a tank of bleach and drain cleaner. And remember, most importantly, when you were out partying, I studied the blade. When you were having premarital sex, I kinda sorta mastered the blockchain and did some extra blade study. While you wasted away your days at the gym in pursuit of vanity, I cultivated inner strength. Well, a very strong right wrist at any rate. And now the world is on fire, and I have an extreme lack of social skills and an addiction to pornography.
See you next
Time.